Alright, anyway, so I'm up on the stage again. It's been a long time for me, it's been 2 years. Yesterday my mom brought me a toy card for this. And yeah, so I kind of have to say I used to be a dancer, because I'm like slowly transitioning into different roles here. I still teach dance classes, and we're all gonna do a little something together, because I get very nervous speaking in front of people like this when I have to be like for real, right? And I get a little like adrenaline, it starts to squeak my voice, so I just need to relax and calm down. So I all want you to join me in a little warm-up, so you might stand up.
Warm.
So we're just gonna relax and focus on our breathing, and you can just circle your head from left to right, all the way down. Chill. Just focus on your breath and go the other way around. It's like yummy, yummy, stretchy, stretchy. And then from there, we're just gonna roll our shoulders back a couple of times. Just chill. Feel a little body roll motion. And back to the front. Nice. Alright, I want you all to kind of like a little bounce. Nice. And I want you to kind of like shake your hands. Oh, it's like a party here, right? We have a DJ coming, so hey. Alright, so a little more aggressive, like chill. Just kick it, scream it. I'll jump a little bit, up, I hope I'm going to die. Oh my god. And okay, that's it. Alright, one big breath. Out, I can go on forever, but that was it. Okay, you may sit down now. My nerves have calmed down a little bit. Alright, so I have done some talks already now and some presenting stuff, and basically, yeah, why am I up here? I came to this idea to create this platform, community for freelancers to all come together, and that's happening right now, so it's very cool to see. But that was not really what I wanted to talk about, right? Like, I've already talked about this. It's so many talks, oh my god. I came to this idea of Freelancer Talk, I think it was 2 months after Corona happened. I think everybody was living the same life. Stuck at home, not a lot of connections, without jobs, Tozo, stuff like that. Hands up if you had Tozo. Oh, that's not that bad. Oh, okay, great. Anyway, so it actually came from a feeling that I had that I already had before when I was freelancing myself. I've been freelancing in a lot of different countries. I did shows in many different countries and parts of the world. It's been really awesome, but the one thing that I really missed was this community to come home to. Because you go out and you do like a little project somewhere and you're there for 2 weeks or for 2 months, and then you come home and you have your friends home, but then you move to another country or another city, and then you're like, where do I connect? How does the visa thing work here? How do I do my taxes? And I really miss that community where you could find all these things and share and just belong. And I feel like I belong here today, but I hope that you guys belong here too. So it only made sense for me to go up here and give this talk about networking. So yeah, that's the name of my talk. It's called The Power of Your Network, Unlocking the Power of Your Network, actually. But before we figure out how we can unlock that power, we're first going to talk about what the powers of your network actually are. I'm taking you back to a little 13-year-old Wouter, wanting to be I think at one point I even wanted to be a sexuologist. I don't know, whatever, performance. Then after I wanted to be an architect, a doctor. I loved Grey's Anatomy, McDreamy, oh yes. And then yeah, Britney came into my life. Britney Spears. Exactly, it's Britney bitch. She really, guys, I was obsessed to the max. Like, I had all my walls covered. And what did I want to be? Not Britney, no, I wanted to be her background dancer. That's the moment I really chose for dance. And then I went into contemporary dance after. So I don't know what that was, but okay. So what I really wanted is to be a dancer, right? And I think like any other artist here who really believes in their craft, who really believes in their creativity, you train like a mother. Yeah, it's being recorded, so we have to be appropriate for YouTube, I think. Motherfucking train. So I trained, and actually I got myself into a really awesome education. I think there's some people here who did art as well. I got myself into a really lovely internship company, and I was really like rocking it. I was like, guys, I do this thing pretty well. I made it. Like, damn, in a company in Switzerland, but I met that guy over there who was here before. And then after I left my internship and I graduated, reality really caught on because, oh my god, I'm like a dancer now, and I have to make a living out of this, right? You have to make money off of this. And the one thing that I hated so much about so many dancers, or in my opinion back then, it was more special actually, when you got work opportunities through your network. So when people would be recommended, or when people would be referred, or just, word of mouth, all these kind of technical terms and yada yada yada. And I was always like, those are the lucky ones. That doesn't really happen, right? But actually that does happen a lot. And statistically, that's actually proven, because most freelancers find work through their own network. That can be word of mouth, that can be referrals, that can be previous clients you've worked for, or anything like that. But the facts are that networking is actually a very big part of finding work. That is the first power of your network, is work opportunities. I hate it, but I have to confess, because the best way is, pretty much 90% of all my work that I've done was through my network. So somehow it does work like that, which is also why we're here all together. The second power of your network, for me, that's knowledge. You're not reinventing the wheel again, right? Like, there's so many people who came before you, there's people who are after you, there's people who did these types of studies and that type of studies, and within your network you find a hell of a lot of knowledge. Actually, already just by standing here today, like what we were able to pull off with all these people, it's really wonderful, but it was all networking. So that is the second power of your network, is knowledge. The third, guidance. I think it comes a little bit from knowledge, but people are more willing to help than you would think. And I'm not talking about, oh, help me, all that kind of stuff, but about like really helping to have other people and artists and creators and creatives to thrive. People do want to help. People love to actually offer advice and show off about their knowledge that they have themselves, right? Like, who doesn't want to show off a little bit about the skills that you've gotten or the tricks that you've learned along the way? And I think that would just be the third one, is guidance. The fourth one is a sense of belonging. It is community. And that is exactly the thing that I really missed a lot. And then, yes, okay, you start this networking concept and you find work and all of that. But for me, community really comes first. Community is where you find this guidance and this knowledge and this work a little more intimately, I would say. So network is the big thing, and then you have community as the smaller thing. Now, we want to unlock these powers, right? Like, we want to be able to see how can we access these four amazing powers. That is work opportunity, that is knowledge, that is guidance, and that is, community. Yes, that's the last one. I have this little thing, and I've always had that for a long time in my life, that actually that's probably why I got really nervous before, and then we had to do this calm down, like chill out thing. And my mom would always used to say that, I'm talking about my mom, love. Thank you, Mala, for supporting me always. So, what my mom she was always pushing me a lot, because when it really comes to making a really formal connection with people, or really treating myself as a more like businessy, professional, formal, I would always have this, it's called Imposter Syndrome. I would always be like, who am I to ask for more money? Or who am I to make a comment about this? Or actually, who am I to stand on stage right now and say this to you guys, right? I'm like, I have this in the back of my mind, which is the one thing that really keeps me from networking most of the times. And it's really crazy, because I'm an extrovert, but I'm very shy, and I have this damn syndrome that prevents me from really making these connections easily. But then, that's why I wanted to do this event, where it's more chill, vibes, like all of that. It's more of an easy way to connect like that. So, the thing that really helped me in networking is not call it networking. It's calling it relationship building. Because at the core, a network is a relationship. Like, you have relationships within your network. It can be a professional one, it can be one with an institution, it can be one with a company or whatever. I have to like go through my notes, because there is a definition of relationships that is here. Let me just... Where is it? Yeah. I had to read it out loud, because I thought when I read this, I was like, whoa, that's actually makes a lot of sense. So it's about networking, and it's a definition of networking. Networking is defined as the act of making contact and exchanging information with other people, groups, and institutions to develop a mutually beneficial relationship. So that is kind of like this definition of networking. So see it as relationship building, right? But when we talk about relationships, oh God, no, we did some speed dating, so it's really relationship building right there. I think for me there are three things that are really key for if you really want to make a connection with someone that is mutually beneficial. Besides the fact that it's a give or take, right? Because that's relationships anyway. So the first one would be that you have to be authentic. I am a real person. Like right now, you guys are really seeing me. You saw me nervous, you saw me funny, you see me serious, you see kind of like all these facades that I have. And for me, it's very important. If you want to make a connection, if you want to make a relationship with someone, don't be fake. You don't want to be a catfish, right? You know, I mean, in a work field. But yeah, I think it is about being authentic, be real, be you, and show who you are. And then you will get that same back. You will get real people back, and then, therefore you will build real relationships, a real network where you can access your 4 powers with. Does someone still remember what those were?
Community.
1.
Knowledge.
2. Guidance. And? Work. Yes.
Work.
Alright, so just a little checkup there. Actually, you guys, I know it's getting late. I'm sorry, we're running late. But anyway, so the second one, if you really want to make that relationship work, you have to be sincere. Listen, if I am a dancer and I go to a choreographer and I say, hey, I love your work, I really want to work for you, right? Or you have a client and you're like, I really want to work for you. There's nothing wrong with actually vocally saying that. It's really great to say that you are inspired by someone and you want to work. Now, sometimes it's a little like, okay, but are you sincere about that? Because are you saying this to 20 other people, or are you really picking the one out and you're really saying this fully convinced? Now, it's about words and deeds. Do you just say it, or do you also act on that, right? So if you say to someone, oh my God, yeah, I really want to work with you, and then you don't do anything anymore, and then you just kind of like leave it off and you don't make connections and you don't do anything, like, yeah, was that sincere? I don't really know. You gotta be authentic, you gotta be sincere, and you gotta be able to communicate. It's a little sad because actually the speaker before that was supposed to be here was going to talk about communication and speaking up. So this would be really nice to blend into what she was going to be talking about. But a little communication is, I think Evan already said that. You also, well actually you did talk about communication as well. And I think it is important to communicate your sincerity and your authenticity. Oh my god, that's the struggle. Authenticity. Yeah, there we go. I think that is very important when you want to build these relationships. So, unlocking the power of your network is by seeing your network as a network of relationships. And for this concept, I think it's very important that there is a safe environment for you to create those valuable relationships where you can be your authentic self, right? That's why you do the speed dating, for example, because you have to just go. So you cannot be fake in that sense. You just have to get it out. You have to be sincere if you want to reconnect after, right? If you really thought, wow, that's an amazing connection, I'm going to connect with those people. And then communication, I think, you just gotta find the right words. I think communication is key to everything. But that is what I wanted to talk about. Very knowledgeable, like this whole thing. It really worked for me a lot through my network. I came here back from working abroad and I thought I really lost all my network here in the Netherlands, and I started from scratch. And I used these tricks along the way, which is why I started this community and this network thing to share that with you all. I hope that this Freelancer Talk event can happen again with different people, different situations. This stage is for any of you to share something that you have gotten, that you have learned along the way. I think there is a lot of knowledge in the community as well. I thank you all very much for coming, for listening to my talk. We'll have a DJ downstairs partying, and we'll party a little longer than we said before, maybe, but we'll see. Thank you all, and I hope that you had a lovely time here, and thank you for coming to the Freelancer. Alright, that brings and get your legs moving. Let's dance.